What is going on, YouTube? Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. It is 9:30, so it's time for more hot topics and more social commentary. So first things first, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Press that big subscribe button. Be sure to leave us a comment. Make sure you push the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And be sure to click that thumbs up button. I want you guys to get us to 5 thumbs up for me if you guys can do that for me tonight. My co-hosts are back with me tonight. So Mike, Jennifer, and Tyrone, how are y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
So wonderful to see your beautiful faces. We have a jam-packed show for you guys tonight. So let's get this thing started, Jennifer. What's up?
Tyrone back in the building.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Yes, and for all we know, there's going to be an opportunity for him to go out again. But he's here today, and that, my dear, is exactly what matters. Okay, please excuse me. I was just on my cellular phone device sharing this wonderful broadcast. It's awesome. Anywho, thank you so much for. Oh, he said he missed you guys. We are.
miss you too.
We are certainly here, certainly ready to have some fun. Unfortunately, a lot of these stories are not exactly the most fun, but it's certainly something that we need to be talking about. We need to be aware of. First, starting off with the trial for Mr. Cal Rittenhouse. He is the young man under the age of 20 that shot and killed was it two?
It was two people.
Two protesters at a Black Lives Matter protest. And from what I know is that they went out of state to come do it, him and his mother, to do that with these guns. And today, not today, was yesterday?
Yesterday he was on the stand.
Trial, and he was on the stand. And I'm not sure exactly what it was, but there was a lot of facial expressions that he had. His face scrunched up a whole lot. It looked like he was about to start punching the air. It was a lot going on, and I don't know what he thought he was doing, but I guess he wanted everybody to believe that he was crying and or / remorseful for any of the things that happened on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Though
Is Tyrone doing what he was doing?
Yeah, that's what he was doing. Though his actions after he was bailed out of jail said otherwise. He was even in bars that were for 21 and older. Of course, people welcoming him because he's killed people.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
that's
now
what's
big and
going
bad.
on. Oh no! Now he's big and sad. His face has certainly. He couldn't talk, and they had to put it on recess. And another thing that was a little concerning was the fact that the judge's ringtone was the song for Trump's coming out during his 2 campaigns.
Wow.
And the phone rang during the proceedings. So that's how they know that's what was going on. So this does have me a little nervous about this trial. What do you guys think
about this?
What I was speaking on this case during my group earlier about an hour ago. I'm getting so nervous because he's got this whole self-defense thing, and a lot of times when people of privilege feel as though they have the right to do whatever it is that comes to their mind to do because they have that privilege, and then sometimes the court system backs that up. That scares the daylights out of me. And something that I said earlier today was all I kept going back to was the George Zimmerman trial and hearing that juror who did that interview after the trial and called him like Georgie or like gave him some kind of nickname. That's the feeling that I had concerning this trial. Like he's a young guy. He has a baby face. He's on the stand and he's begging for sympathy. And like that's why I didn't even watch the clip. I just it irks me to no end. And all I can do is pray that justice prevails. That's all I can do right.
Mhm.
That's all I can do right now because um that's all I can do. That's all I can do. What do you think, Mike?
Like, yeah.
So I haven't really been keeping up with the case, so I don't have much of an opinion. But I do feel that if he killed two people, I mean, I don't think anybody else was killed during any riots at any other state. So I don't see how this riot was different. But the people who were killed, did they have any weapons on them or anything?
It was brought out during the case that there were other people out there with guns. There's one other person in particular that they're focusing on, trying to say that he was more of an aggressor than Rittenhouse was. I
But
can't remember
was he
what his name.
killed?
I'm sorry.
But was he killed?
No, he was not.
So the
But
people who
yes,
got killed were not even people who were having weapons,
I don't believe
basically.
so. No.
So you were scared of somebody because they were doing what? Doing what everybody else was doing outside in a riot, in a
And no, here's the thing. From what I remember, it wasn't much of a riot. It was really just
A
a
protest.
protest.
peaceful protest.
We
Yes.
weren't there was no one really, breaking windows or anything, being violent.
So it wasn't like Atlanta.
Yeah,
all.
not as far as Atlanta went, no. It was a time where, people really just standing up for what they believe in, and unfortunately, some people feel that they need to do that with a gun in their hand.
Well, I think you should be them. I think you should definitely pay the cost then because two people are now not here because they went out and did a riot. And if they wasn't out terrorizing anything or breaking anything, then they still should deserve to live. So that doesn't give you the right to kill anybody.
Anybody.
So, and then if you were scared to go to a riot, you should not have went.
Right. Yeah. The what they were protesting was the I don't know if you guys remember a couple years ago, a young man, he was approached by the police in front of his house, and his car was in front of his house, and he got
Yeah.
into his car, and one of the policemen shot him in the back. And so that's what those people were out there protesting. The fact that I don't know if they were protesting the fact that it happened or the fact that they found out that there weren't going to be any charges put up
Mhm.
against the police officer, but that's what they were protesting. And again, like these people with these privilege, like they think they can just go out and do anything
Anything.
because they have that right, and that is not the case at all. And it's
And from
crazy.
what I understand, they drove across state lines to be there
Wow.
Well, I
with
think you should
police.
definitely go down. Your tears should be shedding behind bars.
We didn't see any.
Exactly.
What was
Susan Smith
what were you
tears.
what were you thinking? Your name's Tyrone. What are your thoughts, sir?
Y'all see my face?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
jail he goes. I just don't understand.
This is America with 3 Ks.
Mm.
This is what we see happen. And when we cry out, where is justice for name after name after name?
Mhm.
And there's excuse after
There's
excuse
excuse after excuse.
And I guarantee you, if this was a black guy killing somebody at a riot, they would have been locked up behind bars.
Gun data.
He would have been in
Okay.
jail a long time ago. There would have been no
Already.
bail,
No,
and the trial would have been over by now.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And he would have been under the jail.
And then they would have
And
found all
They-
kinds of other things to bring up from his past
Mhm.
to smear his
yes.
name even more.
right.
Like,
And
it
with
did, okay.
and with the way the system goes, he probably would have ended up taking a deal, even if he wasn't culpable. So it's
Like, I don't understand this thing in America where it comes to African Americans, we have to smear them all the way down to the lowest form. But if it's the alternative personnel that's being put on trial, we try to find as much glorified things about them.
Well,
Mhm.
that's just how it's always been.
While Jonathan was talking about it, him not having a whole lot of faith in justice coming, you were shaking your head. Why were you shaking your head?
Because we've seen this over and over again, especially when it came to the George Zimmerman. That man killed that kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He killed him because he got the best of him.
Mhm.
Right.
Just like with this young man here, people got the best of him as he was walking around bragging with this rifle in his hand about how he was going to stop people and do this and that to people. And people were like, yo, you're not going to do that. And so
Mhm.
now you got big and bad
I gotta
and
prove it to you
shot
now.
somebody.
Right.
They're no longer here to give their testimony
at
Results
all.
of what happened.
That's what pisses me off. Like, you go on trial, basically you're speaking for yourself, and we don't have the other people to speak for those people because they're deceased. So
Right.
so it's like all you're hearing is his side of the story, which I'm sure it's gonna be falsified and all
Now,
kind
there
of
are other
lies.
witnesses there.
But hopefully that will help. I'm gonna be optimistic, and hopefully this guy. I feel like not everything slowly, but surely everybody who is being tried now are getting locked up. So hopefully, it's a slow process. Like, I feel good even that woman who got locked up recently for barging in the Capitol House, who were saying
Yes.
that, oh, I'm not going to jail because I'm white and
Mhm.
I'm got a good job and I got
She said,
money.
I got blue eyes and I
Oh
got blonde
yes,
hair.
blonde hair,
Mhm.
And don't you know what happens? I'm not gonna get any time. And she got
Right.
and she got it.
bless
So that made, I won't say it made my day, but it just felt like, slowly but surely,
justice.
maybe we have injustices now being served to people who need to have it served to. So
And
I'm
you
just
know
gonna be
what?
optimistic.
And I do agree. I hope that as things are going on, I do feel like there's a possibility of things coming out about the people that's actually putting on the case, not just the Kyle young man.
Oh,
Rittenhouse.
I
yeah. Oh,
believe
yeah.
there are going to be lawyers exposed as well
Mhm.
as the judge exposed even further, and eventually, I think they're going to move the judge. They're going to remove the
They-
judge. They're going. I just think those things will
Yep.
happen, and I don't know if the Lord is speaking through me right now, but I just feel like some justice gonna come and don't look like it right now because they
Right.
got all the white people got. Ooh, Lord, maybe that's bad to say, but
No, that's just the truth.
they have all the right people that they want to have so that he can get off as much as possible. But I feel like things may be turning around, and especially like with us hearing the ringtone of the judge and the judge
Mm.
going against the prosecution or the defense or whichever. It was
It was,
it's a lot going on.
the judge was very impartial
Incredibly, like
because
he wants to make sure that boy walks. That's what it sounds like.
as this
Mm.
ringtone went off, I saw the smirk
Mhm.
in the defense lawyer's
Yeah.
face as he was talking when
Yeah.
it went off, and I
Wow.
said, "Wait a minute, are you kidding me?"
Okay, we hope for the best, and I'm tired of rolling my eyes, but I think I'm about to do some more
Serious rolling now.
because okay,
Mhm.
because next we're going to talk about the Ahmad Arbery uh, case.
Mine might get stuck this time.
That
Mm.
that's another
Yes,
circuit.
shockingly enough, there's only one black juror on that case, and the defense used strategy to eliminate potential black jurors who answered questions just as well as the other potential white jurors. And the judge pointed that out. However, I was watching a clip yesterday, and there was a Supreme Court decision that was made over 30 years ago that made it so that a judge cannot interfere with that particular process.
Mhm.
As long as the defense is not outwardly racist about their decisions, they try to cover it up with words and, try to, switch it up or whatever. But as long as they don't do it outwardly, then the judge cannot interfere. So Again,
Mhm.
they're using a self-defense case, and as Mike said earlier before, Ahmad Arbery is dead, and so the only version that we're going to hear are these three men who are charged with his murder, and the chances of that being the truth are
0.
pretty slim. So I'm a little bit more optimistic with Ahmad Arbery's case, a little more optimistic, and that might be because of where it's located. But I'm just hoping for the best.
I think we may have a little bit more confidence simply because of who was it? That woman that slowed down the process. Was she the
Yeah, she was the attorney general
the attorney
for
general?
Yeah.
for
That
that
slowed
district.
down that process. She already got what was coming to her, but I did hear that they were not happy with the fact that what's his name?
Al Sharpton.
I was about to say Ashton
Yeah,
somebody.
Al Sharpton shows up, and now you have this attorney
And doesn't
crying
want him
foul,
there.
crying foul, because he's like, all right, if that's gonna be their pastor, let that one be their pastor. Don't bring no other pastors here.
I don't like it.
And I'm like, whoa,
Hey
whoa,
John Doe,
whoa.
how's it going?
Wait a second.
I'm sorry, I don't have a whole lot of excitement in my voice. I'm sleepy. Anywho,
Hi.
Wait a
How you
second.
doing?
okay, there we go.
Where are we going with this?
Yeah,
That to
trying to
me
kick-
sounds a bit racist.
It sounds incredibly racist. Why can't you put your trial on with anybody on
Being
there?
in the room.
It
Right.
is
There are literally cameras in the courtroom. How do you want to excuse a person from being in the courtroom? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, a specific person at that, and then what he gonna do?
What can he do? What
Then
can he
like,
do?
yeah, don't bring Jesse Jackson into this too. What?
All he gonna do is just continue to be black and down. That's all he has to do.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna continue to do that. And for him to be able to be in that courtroom, it's just ridiculous. Look, let's move on because now I'm getting angered and frustrated.
Yeah, don't let me watch Roots tonight. After this conversation.
Wow.
Look, when they see us, now I'm gonna go back to that one.
Oh,
Child,
oh,
that was
no.
such a good one. Oh
No,
my goodness.
Make me go back and watch it when they
I
see
couldn't
us.
watch that because I am very excited to have children of my own and to think my children can be wrapped up in something like that and just excuse me.
In that pillowcase and swung around. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anywho,
And
so
45 had his input on
you
that
know
too.
what? Let's stay on tragedy.
Yeah, because I don't want to bring on 40. I don't even want to talk about him at all today.
Yeah, let's move forward. Okay, so Travis Scott had his Astroworld festival. It's a catastrophe that they went through. It's so sad. People being trampled to death.
Yeah.
And it's difficult for me to even watch or pay attention to any of that. And it seems like Travis Scott either didn't know. There's the whole back and forth of that he knew or he didn't know, or like who knows. And now he's got other people at their shows like Tiana Taylor and like was it not Summer Walker but SZA and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, hey, are y'all good? Is everything okay?
Everything all right?
Are y'all good in this arena?
Tiana was
right.
funny. Tiana was funny, but so serious.
Yeah, it was.
So serious. She said, I'm about to retire. We're going to have that. Not here.
Okay.
Not today, not here. No.
I felt like I'm still having a hard time. I know this is not the first time this has happened at one of his shows.
Yeah.
But nobody saw me either. But I'm just finding it hard while we're blaming the artist. Like, is it his job to make sure security, or is it somebody he's hired in his camp to make sure that is correct? All right, if he didn't have no security, why did y'all let enough people in? It's so many questions that I have that I don't know how it works. Yeah. So
I think they want to put the blame on him is because he is the one that they came to see. He's the reason. He's the reason why. And
So the venue doesn't have responsibility at supplying enough security.
No.
I didn't
how does
even
that
know
work?
that.
Okay, he's a entertainment business masters kind of person, so
Well,
he
yeah,
needs
let us
more
enlighten us because I don't
clarity.
know how it works. So enlighten us.
It's supposed to be a collaborative work between the venue and the promoter. They're supposed to
Okay, that
do what
makes
they're
more sense.
supposed to do as far as licensing, security, getting all the amenities and everything in order. The artist is just there to perform.
Mhm.
The reason why people are there is because of the
The
artist,
artist
and that's why the artist gets blamed because
immediately.
it's their name on
Well,
the
yeah,
billboard.
and I mean, I understand why they get blamed. That's who they came. But okay, maybe the promoter should be the one getting sued instead of Travis.
Well, personally, I
Well,
do believe that eventually we'll start to see
you'll
the
start to
blame
see the
start to go
blame.
down to
Okay,
where it
Yeah.
needs to be going.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
of course it's easy to go directly towards Travis Scott and Drake. But
yes.
more than likely, if it was Live Nation, they're going to hit Live Nation hard.
Right.
If it
Right.
was, or because he's already given back the money for all of his
Mhm.
And
Astro
pay for their funerals too and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
and done all of that, and
He's
just the
doing
simple
a
fact that
lot.
he's done all of that is showing. It's like, of course, nobody
Com-
wanted any of that to happen.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
But I do believe the real ones that understand where that money is that they're looking for, they
Right.
need to go for Live Nation or whoever
Whoever
was
the
the
promoter
that put
was.
on.
That's what I was thinking. Like, why would we be blaming the art? I mean, I know why people blame the artist because that's
Yeah, it's
the
the
first
You
they
know,
gonna
that's the
see.
face.
But they always, even if it's something to do with somebody else, that's gonna blame the artist. But I was like, okay, deep down, I don't know why he's the one getting sued because if he's just there to do a show and get the hell onto the next stage, it wasn't his fault. I mean, I don't think an artist has to bring the security other than his own.
Now, where people were saying he's implemented was because they cut corners to cut costs at his discretion.
So he said, okay,
That's
we
what
can
they're
have
alleging that happened.
now
Now he's saying I ain't had nothing to do with none of that, but because this was my show and my fans, and I care about my fans, I'm
I'll
gonna
pay
do
the
everything
Okay.
I need to do for my fans.
Ooh,
and
that's
he's
tricky.
okay
And I
with
applaud him
cutting.
for that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I understand because the thing is, like, I feel like Mike. I do feel very, very bad for Travis Scott,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I feel like he's doing everything right at the
Yes.
moment. He's doing everything that he can to try to get things going back to the way that they should be, or whatever the case may be. But I just feel really, really bad for Travis because ultimately, I don't feel like he should take all of the blame.
Correct.
Ultimately. I think he does deserve some of the blame, like just some, but definitely not all the blame that he's getting. He's
Yeah.
got 46 lawsuits coming up against him. I don't
and
think that's necessarily fair.
And they were saying like people were like had like shot marks in their back or something on the side.
yeah, as far
Yeah.
as that, some people, even the police there, they were saying like, we're
I
not
don't
finding
know
any
about
evidence
that.
of that.
Oh,
You
so that
know,
would have been
with
false. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with things that crazy, and people have been likening Travis Scott to be the devil's spawn. So they believe it's like some kind of ritual and things of that nature. Really, it's just a matter of, in my opinion, I just really believe there just simply was not enough uh, security to what?
Yeah.
Wait, let me finish my
I-
sentence. There wasn't enough security to handle the situation because, yes, there's a lot. He draws in a lot of kids. He draws
Yes.
in a lot of a specific crowd, and it's so many. Just to see the sheer crowds from, who was actually in there. It's freaking huge, like Coachella and stuff like that. And to be honest, I would never go to a concert that's not in an arena. I'm sorry. I cannot. I just
Rent
can't
our
do it
football stage. I would never
because
go to a festival. Those things are first of all,
it's
I be in my
dangerous.
feet all day. I probably be passing out just because I'm tired as hell.
And can't find and don't have an adequate restroom to
Right.
evacuate my pee. So it's like you know, that's something that I don't think I would ever bring my child
Yeah,
to is a
that's
festival.
so.
Being oh, stop, but you know it's mostly black. Look, I don't want
It
to
Right.
be
was. What's been free?
oh hush. But I just wouldn't want to be on my feet like that. And I'd rather just be in a stadium where no one can jump over any kind of fence and
Yes.
bombard themselves through all up in there.
Oh,
It's
what
like
does
more of
Travis
a
Scott
controlled
sing?
situation.
I
It's
don't know
it's
any Travis Scott
I
songs, and I know
was
he's
like,
been
what
out
is?
forever, but I don't know any of his
it's
music.
just stuff that's on the radio currently, and the four of us don't necessarily listen to the radio
No,
currently.
at
But,
all.
I there are a few of his songs that I do enjoy, but I would not, be going to anybody's festival for that.
I'm pretty sure I've heard a song that he's been featured on, but I don't know any of his solo
Oh, yeah,
songs.
Yeah.
he's been on a lot of stuff. He's good, he's good.
Well,
Um,
I do wish him the best.
now
Absolutely.
allegedly there's a alternative story out there that I've heard that there
Okay.
was a particular security guard that came on his first day, him or
Mhm.
her first day,
Him, 'cause I saw the
and
dude.
shot the deuces because he's like, yo, this ain't enough security.
Well, I don't blame him. If he
And
feel
I
like
was
it's gonna
like,
be,
wait, what?
if something pop off, I might get hurt. Hell, my life is better than
Now
y'all's.
That's
And you
that's
know,
something that I would take with a grain of salt simply
yeah,
because of the
because
world that we live in right now. Everybody's trying to get clout, everybody's trying to
Right.
be seen
I
and
don't
be that
know
person to
about
be
that one.
seen. Now, I'm not saying that everything he's saying is illegitimate, but like I said, I'll take it with a grain of salt, and it does kind of make sense. What he was saying is like, "Oh no, I'm out of this because this is not enough for all of this."
Right.
That makes sense to me. So, hey, we'll see because soon there's going to be trials and everything, and all the evidence is going to come
Yeah,
out, and
Mhm.
it's it's something. But either way,
I truly believe
safe
it.
journeys for all those children that have
Yes,
gone to glory,
and be. Oh,
Yes.
well, yes.
and
It's
I
sad.
pray speedy recovery for each and every person that has been affected
Yes.
that is still on
Oh my
on the
gosh.
brink of life.
Right.
I pray that everybody that has injuries uh have speedy recovery, and I pray for all the parents that are trying to deal with this sudden thing. You just think you're going to have fun and something goes awry, and at the very end of the day, pray for Travis Scott, his family. The Kardashians, they already took off everything that he was ever on there now.
He had
Mhm.
a video game that he was on. They took all of his
Yeah.
music and everything
I think
that
it
was
was
in
Fortnite.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the merchandise store. He lost
Yeah.
all of that. And a
So
couple of
It'll
endorsements.
come back. I mean, because it's not his fault,
No.
and
that's
he's doing the
exactly
right thing. And
Right.
what God don't bless them best, and he's doing the right thing, so God's still gonna bless him. So
and
Amen.
he's gonna be all
Absolutely.
right. And Drake, y'all uplift him hit in prayer as well. Drake, he's a little sensitive. So I just want to make sure that he's good as well, because people are trying to blame him too.
whew, can we go ahead and end this part? I'm so tired. These last three stories has getting ruined my damn night. Let's move it up. I do want to know.
And Drake,
I do want to
if
say
you
something
listen,
before we. Oh, go ahead.
squash the beef with Kanye, please.
Huff. Ooh, I'm upset with the F word. Ye is
And,
on a
and,
different
and
thing right now.
it's okay. It's okay. Say what you need to say
We
because
know
So
Kanye is a piece of work, but squash the beef.
Kanye's on an apology tour.
he should be.
But do you
He
think
want
it's sincere though?
no. Everything that he does
No.
sincere. Don't make me roll my
Okay.
eyes to the back of my brain, okay?
Mm,
Because I don't even want to.
because he has garnered too much friction with his Donda album,
Yeah.
That
and
nobody talk about.
that don't. Oh,
Now
and
he's saying he like the greatest of all time with this Donda. I was like,
yeah,
Jesus.
okay, but this is the
I don't
thing.
know about that. Sir.
This is what people do. Unfortunately, you do whatever you want, right? And
mhm.
unapologetically do whatever you want and offend people. Once you
But
see that nobody is around you to uplift you, now all of a sudden it's like, oh no, maybe I should pass out some
to
apology.
the thing is, the apology came too fast for me, and also I feel like you meant what you said on that radio show, on that podcast, or whatever it was. You meant what you said, and you were trying to be funny, but you like that was just the. I don't understand. Like that was just so fake and phony.
And this is just another reason why I'm sure and I understand he has issues. And to be honest, I don't comprehend. Like, I might not be the biggest fan of Kim Kardashian, but I really don't understand how she was able to hold on for as long as she did.
She had
me
kids
either.
and she kept getting
I think
pregnant.
she just she wanted to have.
She was in her own cloud bubble.
And you know, he is a billionaire. And you know, they make money.
Well, if he's a billionaire because of Kim Kardashian.
Right.
And her bailouts. Let's be real. She's paid for a lot.
Well, yeah. Stress too. Mm-hmm. But before we go on, I always get stories in my head that I want to talk about on the show while the show's going on. I just want to mention Viola Davis playing Michelle Obama. I don't know if you guys seen the pictures of her. Oh, that she's gonna win something off that movie. I can tell you right now. She is playing the hell out of Michelle. I don't know how she's acting towards Michelle, but just the stills that I've seen.
Oh wait. Hey, Jonathan. Did you see it, Jonathan?
No, I haven't. I'm thinking right now, like I'm looking this up as soon as we get off of this thing because I need to see this.
The mouth, the eyebrow, the face.
Viola don't look like herself.
Wow, I really need to see
Michelle.
this.
She is scrunching her lip up just like Michelle Obama, and I know her cheeks are tight and tired and probably sore after every scene because she looks just like Michelle Obama in those scenes.
So do you think she's going to be able to change the intonation in her voice? Because she has a very distinctive voice. And to me, she sounds like really the same in everything. So do you think she's going to be able to sound like Michelle as well?
Let me tell you. I think
offenses.
If she switched up her face like that, Lord knows she gonna get her voice going right as it should. And let me didn't you have some congratulations as well, Jonathan? I don't know if you said
Yes, I wanted to give a shout out to the legend, the icon, Missy Elliott. She received her star on the Walk of Fame. And Tyrone actually sent me a video of plenty of celebrities that were congratulating her. Queen Latifah, Brandy, Timbaland, of course, her right-hand man. So congratulations to Missy.
Long overdue.
An innovator. She put, she put the
finger waves right up the road.
Right. She put the finger waves on the map for the girls. I mean, she did
the big girls too.
All that and so much more. So congratulations to Missy.
I don't know why it took so long for her to get a star on the Walk of Fame. I mean, she has written so many songs for so many people and have made careers possible. Aaliyah, Tweet. She worked for Beyonce before. She Timbaland, Janet Jackson. I mean, the list goes on and on.
To the break it down.
Yeah, like she performed in a trash can. I mean, in a garbage bag. I mean, trash bag.
Yeah.
She should have been got in the water for that.
And she's crossed over generations as well. So she is just the bee's knees. And I feel blessed to know that she lives at least 20 to 30 minutes away from me.
Oh, she does. Can we go over for coffee?
I'm not sure if we're at that level of friendship yet.
Not yet.
We might meet her at the corner store for some cigarettes or something.
Yeah.
Okay. A cigarette.
Yeah. Gotta get your smokes.
Anywho, the last thing before we go to our social commentary.
Another roll of the eye.
Okay. So did any of y'all see StevieJ filing for divorce against his wife?
Do anybody take anything that StevieJ does?
No,
serious?
I didn't see it. However, there was a story. There was a story concerning the two of them last year. A domestic violence case of Faith Evans against StevieJ, and he wouldn't press any charges against her. And not to zodiac shame, but Faith is a Gemini, so I mean, there's a chance that he saw another side of her, and so it kind of makes sense to me. Initially, when they got married, it made no sense to me whatsoever. But then I remember,
None.
StevieJ was writing for Bad Boy back in the day, so they do have a long history. At the same time, it still didn't make any sense to me because it's Stevie J and Faith Evans. So, it is what it is. But I wish both of them the best, and wish both of them love because we all need love.
I mean, I'll be surprised that I'm not condoning before I say what I have to say.
Okay.
I'm not condoning violence against male, female, male, or whatever. I'm not condoning violence or anything, but is anybody shocked that Faith is beating somebody's ass? Let's be for real here.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
The story is she beat little Kim ass. I mean, damn.
Look, let me tell you. I heard them studio fights was real.
Yeah, Faith actually did
coming out her mouth. That was real.
Faith did an interview with Black TV, and she discussed an instance where she went to Biggie's hotel room, and there was another woman in the hotel room, and she proceeded to throw them hands on the female. So yeah.
So it's not shocking that it was a case or whatever in the past, and now he's filing for divorce. But my thing is, again, I'm not condoning violence. What the hell you don't want to for her to hit you all the time?
Well, let's be real. StevieJ do a lot of stupid stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Faith, you need to keep your hands to yourself still, but Stevie, I'm sure you ain't no saint either.
He know who he married.
Right.
And she know who she married too.
Exactly.
What's your speculation? And true. What's your speculation, Tyrone?
I got a speculation. Stop whispering. Geminis love communication.
With the fist?
And when you lack in the communications department, there's a chance that other side of the Gemini will come out swinging.
Whatever he better, we know him duck and dodge.
Look out.
Child, this is too much. Moving on and moving forward. So, the last thing is Jonathan.
Yes.
Bring up our last commentary.
For today's social commentary, there's a YouTuber, I can't remember his name, I should have wrote it down, but he discusses the fact of this whole thing called gay for pay. If you're not aware of it, it's when someone a male who identifies as heterosexual, who then panders to the LGBTQ plus community, typically in an erotic fashion, in the area of pornography, is typically when it's seen. Or maybe escorting or whatever the case may be. But there are heterosexual men who will do things with LGBTQ plus people or pander to those people for monetary access. And so my question is, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's a smart thing for them to see an opportunity for money and take advantage of the opportunity? Or do you think it's a bad thing where they're taking advantage of this group of people where they know that they will pay money to see me do this, and that? And so I'll just take it. Here's my thoughts. I'll speak first. I personally think that it's a smart thing to do, because if you know that these men, especially in the privacy of their own homes, they don't have to tell anybody who they're being subscribed to. They don't have to tell anybody who they're watching. If these men want to see what they want to see, and there is money to be made, if it were me and I didn't care about what other people thought of my decisions, then I probably would consider doing it if I were a heterosexual man and saw this opportunity. I think it's a smart thing to do. And it's up to those who consume that particular entertainment to judge whether they want to do that or not. But I think it's kind of a smart thing to do. I don't see necessarily too many things wrong with it. I understand why people would see something wrong with it. I don't necessarily see it that way.
Uh,
Mike, do you have something to say? You clearly have an opinion.
Um, um, I don't know how to feel, to be honest. No, I know that it's out there. Do I think they're using? I don't think they're. I don't think they're taking advantage of the gay thing or anything. I just feel like if they know that men will pay for their services just to be with them, which I don't understand. But it's not for me to understand, I guess, because I ain't the one getting them a damn dollar. But I mean, it's just like anything else. That it's just like I compare it to like a woman knows what she can put out and what she can put on to get what she wants from a man. He's doing the same thing. Like he knows that he can get $1 from a man because that's that look that gays go for, I guess. And I don't know. I don't know I'm everywhere, but it just prostitution is real, and however you want to gotta
yes,
make it, you gotta
prostitution
make
is
it.
real.
Yes. And I think everybody prostitute. Some do it in a
Before
clean
you dig
fashion.
further into prostitution, first of all, I would like for everyone to know this is the first time that my husband has heard of gay for pay. That's why his face was all wrapped up and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I need y'all to
wow.
break that down to me. That's the first time I heard
Well,
it.
can I explain something really quickly, Jennifer? I want to say because it's something that Mike said. The reason why it's a good market is because it's a fantasy. Many times, a
Absolutely.
Yeah.
lot of LGBTQ plus men fantasize about straight men because it's a fantasy to have that masculine energy with them, and so it's more of a fantasy. To me, that's how I look at it.
But yes, there are a few. We'll get back to you, Mike. I think there's a few opportunities when it comes to being gay for pay, right, Tyrone?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can do porn. That's
OnlyFans is the biggest thing that they'll do. OnlyFans.
But believe it or not, guys,
It was some gays.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
I watch plenty of porn. Hey, slow down, slow down. We got to explain things first before you start asking questions, okay? All right. Anywho, I've watched a whole heap of porn in my life, and believe it or not, I did watch a lot of gay porn as well. And I've actually seen. Don't do it. There's, I've seen. Now, see, this is something that he already know. He need to quit acting like he don't know or never knew.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we watched it together, but
mean,
I've already expressed previously that
Yeah.
I've watched
this is
plenty of gay
how
porn.
her melanatedtoys.com
Anywho,
website came about.
Moving forward, moving on. Yes, pornography is an opportunity for men to be gay for pay, and just like Jonathan said, the for fans only, OnlyFans or whatever, is another opportunity to be gay for pay, and also prostitution is another opportunity to be gay for pay.
But OnlyFans, they're just doing things with themselves. They just know they have a gay clientele that
Right.
will pay.
Exactly. But with the porn, they're actually having the hot sexual
Yeah,
relationship for the money.
and well, that for me makes more sense though. Like if you do it that way,
Yeah.
I just don't like. For me, I don't like the on the street. I just feel like I don't. Okay, let me back up.
Okay.
There's this thing called the Man Corner in Columbia, South Carolina, downtown. It's called the Man Corner, and
Okay.
this is how me and two of my friends discovered the Man Corner. We was actually, this is when I was smaller, and we just wanted a different place to work out. So we started working out like around Finley Park. Like we'll walk around the circle like 2 or 3 times, and then that'll be our workout or whatever. Well, this boy stopped me and was like, "Oh, what you looking for?" And I'm like, "What? Like,
Are
what,
we in Piedmont Park?
And that's where you can. Well, that's not even gay for pay. They just gay. Those are called something else. Those are not called gay for pay. They are called
Horse.
it's a name for them. I can't think of it, but I'll get to that later.
Mhm.
But it's called the Man Corner, where it's actually men that walk around and looking for money, and they'll be receiving the service, but they're getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like looking dirt. Like they look homeless to me. So that when I think about maybe because that's my experience of seeing that, I'm just going to a homelessness place. But I know if people like just probably doing everything like have a 9 to 5 job who still do it,
Mhm.
I just attach it to that because that was my experience with it looking homeless. So I wouldn't want to give anybody $1 for them to have anything sexual for me and they look like that. But
Mhm.
I mean I ain't paying nobody to do nothing to me. Okay, I'm just saying that in period because if anything you pay me.
Okay.
Right.
So
You
I
have a
don't know.
question, Tyler?
I ain't paying for sex. I thought it's just so. It's
And that's what I think it is, Mike. You're just not that
yeah.
dude.
I'm not that guy. I know you can offer me $1, but I ain't about to offer you one.
Ew. Okay, Tyron, what's your question? We would like
Well,
to
my
explore your.
biggest,
Well, let me see if Tyree said
I never knew.
$50, and you got to give me. I might have to do that. Now maybe I am
Okay.
It gotta be the right.
minute.
It gotta be the right person.
It has to be the
Okay,
right
for the
person.
right one.
It ain't nobody in Colombia, I don't think. But if Idris Elba said,
Hey,
Wait a minute.
he might not have to pay.
So, okay.
if Tank said, I'm take whatever you like.
Okay, yeah. This is where I am. I guess I'm trying to get more clarity and understanding of it.
Okay.
Is that still kind of in the same vein as a heterosexual male that goes on Instagram and
Panders
panders to
to the gay community, yes.
knowing that they don't want none of?
It's about the fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say use what you got, get what you want. If it's gonna make you a dime, and
Mhm.
That
it
is
makes you a
very
dime.
interesting.
Now, the only thing I can say is, maybe I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Okay. I will have to say, like, I think it's very smart for a straight man to understand, like, yes, I know I look good, and yes, I know I have a lot of fans that are gay, LGBT, whatever. So to try to shun that away would be incredibly stupid because we all know if we think the gays are some of the best fans ever, loyal and will fight a hoe for your honor.
Tooth and
See, you
nail.
guys are making it like it's a celebrity, and then know that
Oh
they're
no, it's
No,
not
no,
like a
no, no,
celebrity,
no, no.
no.
because
No,
like
because we'll do the same thing for them. There's one man in particular who fits this perfectly. His name is Flashman Wade. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's a very attractive man. He's got locks. He was actually on Catfish once, and a man catfished him because of what he does. Because he does pander to the LGBTQ plus community. He's got a beautiful body. He's got quite a large backside. And a lot of us are really attracted to him. And he also has OnlyFans as well, but he
Uh,
caters to us because I think he recognized, much like
he
Tyrone and Jennifer
understands.
just said, he recognizes that he has us as fans, and he's going to, he's going to make the most of it. And I don't blame him for doing that.
see,
No.
well, that how you explain it down, then that makes more sense. Now I'm thinking about it just somebody who work at McDonald's who looks straight, and somebody's going to pay him to get him a oral transaction or something like that.
Well, it could go
That
both ways. Like with Flashman Wade, he does identify as a straight man. He will probably never do anything with another man, and he has that boundary. And I understand that there are different
yeah,
levels to
that
something
makes
like
more
this.
sense. That means because you know how Tank performs at a lot of gay functions, like gay
Yeah,
clubs and stuff, but that's where the gay dollar. I mean, that's where the dollar at. So I
right.
understand that portion. I'm just thinking about somebody on the street or somebody just a regular person, not somebody who's like well known or just has a name. Then that makes more sense to me. Then yes, I mean, use what you got to get that money. I don't blame that for that.
Use what you got to get what you want.
Don't
Yeah.
put us on mute. We want to hear what y'all saying too.
So there was a troll on here and we had to block them. That's
What
all.
they said.
He said, I'm not gonna say that. We'll
No,
talk about
we'll
that
talk about it
later.
after.
because
Okay.
we're not going to bring any light to the darkness.
Oh no, I like the trolls now.
We'll talk about that later.
Mm. For now,
Anywho,
you have been 86th.
yeah, no, yeah, we blocked them. Anyway, um, let me say one thing. One thing I've come to find is that I am very vigilant about my brothers here and what you're not going to do is disrespect anybody or anything that's going on here. So
Ooh. Oh, he was calling us all our names.
you're just being disrespectful,
Oh,
and
that's how America is.
that's that exactly, and that's not something that's going to be tolerated. Let me tell you what my God has done for us. He's given us the opportunity to block.
And it shall be
Absolutely.
blocked. Okay, I use it faithfully.
Okay. So, yeah, but that's what's up. And, I do want to thank everybody that is watching us, anybody that supports and give us those thumbs up. I really do appreciate it because we have some conversations here that are sometimes difficult, but has to be had. So I really thank
Yes.
everybody for that. If there are things that you would like for us to talk about or you want our opinion on, please put it in the comments. Send the email through Jonathan's email on this YouTube channel so that
Yes.
we can address those things. Even with the straight people learning about things that are new, you
I
know,
never knew.
I believe we are all happy to answer questions and just give a glimpse into a world that may not be as
Right.
visible, yes, to others. Because and the only reason why I can say that is because my natural brother Jonathan, right here,
That's me.
and my brother in Christ, Mike, right there. These are people that have helped me to be aware of the LBGTQIA world. It was Jonathan that made me watch the 2 seasons of Noah's Ark as well as the
Oh, love that.
oh my gosh, as well as the movie and everything. He made me watch that, and that was like my crash course. I had to make sure I watched Paris is Burning and just all of those things that helped me acclimate to
How
the
you doing, world?
exactly. And everybody can learn, and yeah, this is awesome. Is there anything else anybody wanted to say? Because this gay for pay thing is hilarious, but we can move on, I'm sure.
Um,
You have any more questions?
I did. Now I think you were talking about the reverse of that
What's the
at one
reverse?
point where the gay person is the one that is the attractor
No,
to
no.
the heterosexual, like
What
the
was
heterosexuals that are curious.
oh, talking about, people looking for some anonymous play?
Right. And
Oh,
I was wondering if that is in the same vein or not.
no.
That's not
Because
I mean,
that's not
the person that's
gay for
getting
play.
paid is already gay. You were talking about gay for pay, basically
Hmm.
you're living
straight.
a straight life, but you're going gay just for the pay.
Exactly.
Okay, okay,
That's what we're talking
okay.
about.
10-4. Roger
All
that.
right,
I understand
marvelous.
now.
All right.
All righty. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We ended 5 minutes early, but that's all right. Thank you guys so much again. We want to get 5 thumbs up. So at least try to give us 5 thumbs up this time, and we can move that up a little bit later. But yes, make sure you subscribe, press that subscribe button, leave us a comment, give us some feedback, and give us some ideas of what you want us to talk about in the future. And also make sure you press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Mike, go ahead and shout out your social media platforms.
Yes, my social media platform is MRREAL121. That's Mr. Real 121. And any of you trolls out there, if you want to make a comment on any of my posts, I'm always here to come for you. Okay, thank you.
Ready and available.
Ready. Always on go.
I love it.
And that's on Twitter and also on Instagram.
Okay, catch me.
All right. So, Jennifer and Tyrone, what are your social media platforms?
Mr. TV McCullough.
My name is Jennifer McCullum. My Instagram as well as Twitter is JStarBright. And I do feel the same way. You know, I have no problem having a spirited conversation. And I said, that's okay. That's okay.
And if I see it,
we will see each other. Look, yes, that's where I'm at. And if you want to find me on Facebook, I'm active there as well. It's Jennifer Star McCullum, my government. I'm sleepy. Go ahead, Jonathan. I mean, Tyrone.
Yes, and my Instagram is JoJo_3020. And if you'd like to find me on Facebook, it is just Jonathan Lee, my middle and last name. Thank you guys once again for joining us. We will see you guys.
You forgot Tyrone.
Oh, I thought he already did it. I'm so sorry.
Jennifer needs to
Tyrone.
call your name instead of his name.
Oh, okay.
She always does this.
Something I do often. It's okay.
She does do it all the time. I will say that.
Shame on you.
P.S. We already have 3 likes. This is awesome. Okay. Go.
I am Mr. T.D. McCullum,
The straight man.
the straight guy, I guess.
All right. Thank
Hit me up
you.
for music and video,
And filming
filming
and editing.
videos and editing videos is what I do.
All
And
right.
I play the saxophone.
Yes, you do. Yay.
All right. Well, good night, you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, and same beautiful faces. Good night, y'all. Wait, everybody.
Get off my screen.